Sometimes we get lucky and life throws us some gems. We just have to know what to do with them when they come our way. What we have here is a color pencil, but not just a color pencil, a water-soluble color pencil. Now to me, this is such a cool and mind-boggling tool to have at your disposal. But let us first see where they came from. The watercolor pencil was invented in the 1940s. It is the first water-soluble pencil that can be used as a regular color pencil to color in a drawing or give you that painted effect to a drawing with the use of a paintbrush and water. Watercolor pencils are one of the newest art mediums used today. Their predecessor, the color pencil, was invented back in the 1700s. As the use of the color pencil spread with artists, the invention of the watercolor pencil was born. Every story has a beginning, and this one is no different. So, let's take it from the top, shall we? There was an idea to bring balance to the world, but how would this balance be brought exactly? See, nature was running wild, and the world needed a force to subdue it. Thus came the idea of ivy, a force not only able to subdue, but nurture as well. Some would say a necessary counterbalance. Before ivy, nature was just a wild entity, neither good or bad. But because of its unpredictability, it could be dangerous if left unchecked. Nature's presence was overwhelming and nearly suffocating. Problem that couldn't be ignored any further, which is why ivy was brought into the fold. Nature couldn't understand why ivy was here, but it understood that there would be a disturbance in its plans if she remained here. Therefore felt threatened by her, and as a result, something had to be done about it. Something sinister was in the air. A plan was devised, one that would take care of this nagging issue. With its enormous strength, nature thought that it would be easier to overpower her by just absorbing her, creeping up on her and slowly strangling her until her life force was one with nature. That does sound like a good plan. But unfortunately, ivy is not some ordinary foe. Her presence nullifies nature's ill intent. She reads nature like an open book, making it difficult for nature to overpower her. In fact, she is somewhat of a celestial being, as nature will come to realize. Nature has concluded that Ivy's role is getting clearer now. She is here to destroy nature and put an end to its rampant run. But is that her role though? No. There has to be more to it. What if, just what if we were looking at this wrong? Maybe Ivy isn't the big bad wolf we think she is. I mean, her arrival hasn't brought any destruction with her. In fact, she has been quiet all this time, with nature being the only one acting in this situation. She may have unsettled nature with her presence, but she has instead embraced nature with all its attempts against her. She adapted to its hostility and turned it into something that offers peace and security. Like the vines that were meant to kill her are now woven into clothes she can now wear. Surely this does not seem like a person who is here to fight, but rather improve things if given the chance. Perhaps nature may have misjudged her harshly. Ivy's only fault was her anonymity, but instead of being given the chance to introduce herself, she was unfairly attacked. Nature only acted like a petulant child, only because there was no one to correct his ways before. But here was Ivy, non-judgmental and almost understanding, turning nature's negative attempts into positive outcomes. She was guiding him into being something better. Her warmth was being felt. This was it. This was the nurturing that he yearned for all this time, and Ivy is here to fulfill that. In many cases, people are often misjudged upon arrival. With no reference whatsoever to back up your prejudice, the claws come out. Whether this is a defense mechanism or not, one thing is clear. Giving someone the benefit of the doubt isn't our first response. But why is that? Is it because we're afraid? And maybe feel threatened, so that forces us to react first before we get hurt? So many questions. So, how about we sit down and listen? Stop worrying about what the other person may do to you or for you, but rather with you. There's so much to build together if we give one another a chance to contribute. A lesson nature is only learning now. He allowed himself to be taught differently, and that had a positive impact on him. Ivy guided him into building a world around them that will be beautiful for the future to come. Her guidance and influence came from a place of love, and that was enough to bring change. This should be a sign that with the right guidance comes the right results. Almost like a child raised with the right foundation will grow up to be an exemplary member of society. And remember, whether you know it or not, someone is always watching, rooting for you from the shadows, watching you as you design your life with intent, curious to see what you do next. Maybe your journey may inspire them. Not everyone is out to get you after all. There are some people who are just generally supportive of the path you're on. For now though, we can just wait and see how everything turns out. And so it seems we have come to the end. A lesson was learned, and a new path was forged. The story is that of a lost boy in need of guidance. Therefore, a mother figure was sent to raise him the right way and help him deviate from a path of destruction. The mother figure played an integral part in shaping the boy's future. It's her noticeable characteristics that are a highlight in the story. Her love, caring, and understanding, accompanied with wisdom, allowed nature to have a more meaningful purpose. Ivy is her name, but she will soon come to be known as
Hey guys, long time no see. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. And for those of you who have been here from the first video, I'd just like to say welcome back. Firstly, I'd like to start off by apologizing for making you guys wait this long. It really wasn't my intention, but I didn't realize just how demanding YouTube can be. So yeah, I've been trying to work through that in the background. So I do promise to give you more consistent content going forward. But with that being said, I would just like to give you these good news. I've decided to release a print release of my latest artwork, and there will only be 50 limited prints available. So I'll be putting the details down in the description. There'll be a link attached as well. So you guys can just go over there and head on over to my online store. If you've made it this far, I truly appreciate it. And I'd also appreciate it a lot if you guys hit that like button and also do subscribe and hit that notification bell so that the next time I drop, you guys get notified. So then, I think I've pretty much covered everything. And I do promise I won't take an eternity to drop the next. So cheers, and I'll see you guys on the next one.